So in the lead up to Yom Kippur, I was thinking a lot about cleansing and purity and impurity, as you do leading up to Yom Kippur. And I had a thought about the nature of tahor and tameh and the soul. So first of all, tahor is often translated as pure. It's not pure like perfection. And tameh is translated as impure. And it's not impure as in like an abomination, a horrible thing, uh, evil, whatever. It's not a value judgment. It's something else. It's about healthy relationship with God and our ability to connect with God. But about the soul, I've always thought about the soul in terms like water, how it flows. But water is a single kind of a molecule, right? H2O. There's such a thing as pure water. But the soul isn't quite like water. Words for soul in Hebrew are words like neshama, which is connected to breath, nefesh, which is also connected to breath, ruach, which is also the word for wind. These are all words about air. And you know what? There's no such thing as pure air. Think about it. Air isn't a single kind of molecule like H2O, and it's not an element like hydrogen or oxygen. Air has lots of different stuff in it. Air has oxygen and it has carbon dioxide. It might have carbon monoxide in it. It has nitrogen and it has other things as well, right? There's water in the air that we breathe. What makes air pure air or impure air? Well, for us humans, it's about whether or not we can breathe it and be healthy. It's about the healthy relationship between us and the air that we're breathing. So if there's poisons in the air and we breathe that in, it's going to make us sick. It's not good for us. Well, tahor and tameh are like that. When we have schmutz stuck to our soul, stuff from sins that we've done, things that attach to us, then we're like the impure air, the unhealthy air that a human wouldn't want to breathe. We're in a state where it's not good for us to come close to God and be in that close relationship with God. We need to be purified. We need to be filtered out. And so we have things like tshuva and things like confession and actions like giving tzedakah and making amends in order to purify ourselves, in order to get rid of the schmutz. God knows that no human is perfect. Literally, no human is perfect. That's why we have the mikvah. That's why we have prayers for forgiveness. That's why we have a process for tshuva. And that's why we have one day a year called Yom Kippur for us to cleanse ourselves and our communities so that we can be in close relationship. So as we move forward into the year, now that Yom Kippur is over, try to remember it's not about guilt and punishment. It's not about beating yourself over the head because of the things you've done. It's all about making yourself ready for that close relationship with God. Just like the high priest had to cleanse himself, extra cleansing in order to be able to come into that closest, most intimate place in the Holy of Holies one time a year. He had to go through extra mikvahs and sacrifices and other processes. He had to stay up all night in order to be ready to meet with God in that very close, very intimate way. And if you want to connect with God, you have to go through the process of preparing your soul as well. Shana Tova.